Experiment number 5. Aim. To trace the path of a ray of light passing through a rectangular glass slab for different angles of incidence. Measure the angle of incidence, angle of refraction, angle of emergence and interpret the result. Apparatus and materials required. A rectangular glass slab, a sheet of white paper, a drawing board, drawing pins, a pencil, and a scale. Theory. When a ray of light travels from one medium to another, it bends from its path either towards the normal or away from the normal. This is called refraction. The striking ray is called the incident ray. The perpendicular drawn at the point of refraction is called the normal, and the outgoing ray of light is known as the refracted ray. When light passes from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal. When light passes from a denser medium to a rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. The angle between normal and incident ray is called angle of incidence. The angle between normal and refracted ray is called the angle of refraction. The outcoming ray of light emerging out of the transparent medium is called the emergent ray of light. The angle between normal and emergent ray is called angle of emergence. In the case of a glass slab, the angle of emergence is equal to the angle of incidence. That is, the emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray. Laws of refraction. Incident ray, normal and refracted ray lie on the same point of the same plane. Sin I divided by sin R is equal to constant n refractive index. Procedure. Fix a sheet of white paper on the drawing board with the help of drawing pins. Place a rectangular glass slab on the paper and mark its boundary PQRS. Now remove the glass slab. Draw a thin line GE inclined to the face of PQ of glass slab at an acute angle. Replace the glass slab on the paper. Fix two pins A and B towards the face PQ of the slab in such a way that the line joining A and B makes an acute angle with PQ. Keep the pins at least a distance of 10 centimeters apart. Fix another two pins C and D towards the face SR in such a way that by viewing through the slab, the images of pins A and B and pins C and D all lie in a straight line. Now remove all the pins and encircle the pin pricks. Join B and A with the help of a pencil and scale and produce it to meet side PQ at point E. Also join D and C in the same way and produce it to meet the side SR at point F. Draw normals SEX' and YFY' at points E and F respectively. Measure the incident angle, angle BEX, and emergent angle, angle DFY'. Repeat the experiment with the same glass slab with different angles of incidence. Observations. Now, record all the observations in the following table and calculate the values. Inference. It is clear from the observations that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of emergence within experimental error limits. The emergent ray is thus parallel to the incident ray. Second, n is equal to sin I divided by sin R, which is a constant within experimental error limits. Result. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. That is, angle of incidence minus angle of emergence is nearly zero. Refractive index n for a given medium glass is constant. Precautions. The glass slab should be perfectly rectangular with all its faces smooth. The tips of pins A, B, C and D should be sharp. While ascertaining collinearity between the pins, it is important to look at the feet of pins and their images. The mark of the pointed end or the foot of the pin on the paper must be considered while marking its position. Fourth, while viewing the collinearity of pins and images, the eye should be kept at some distance from the pins so that the feet of all of them can be seen simultaneously in the same straight line. While fixing the pins A and B or pins C and D, care should be taken to maintain a distance of about 10 centimeters between the two pins. This would help in tracing the direction of incident ray and that of emergent ray with greater accuracy. The angle of incidence should preferably be between 30 degrees and 60 degrees. Thin lines should be drawn using a sharp pencil. The angles should be measured accurately using a good quality protractor, having clear markings by keeping the eye above the marking.